Hey there, folks. How we doing? A little slow today. It's 11:10. How about that? A.M. 11:10 a.m. Friday. Come on. Friday, August 5th. Okay, zero completion. 111. That has to do with all. That has to do with all creation. It's supposed to be a benevolent male and female source entity, very strong, and the one on the outside and the one in the middle is everything else, family. This is about, excuse me, a lot of people are all excited about this Nibiru thing, so let's deal with that. Before we go there, I'm going to put out a video soon. It's a summary of what's going on around you and stuff. Okay, I want to get this out. It's like a final ending and summarizing video about what's going on, what's going to happen. The base part of the introduction part of it. There's stuff moving around and everything, and then at the end there's some other stuff happening. James Rink did that stuff for me. You've seen it in a couple of videos years ago, a year or two ago, I don't know. And then I just added pictures to it. But anyway, that's just kind of like a video summarizing all the stuff going on and what I know is important to you without trying to make it a 5-hour video. It'll probably have a little bit of length to it though. Anyway, that'll be up in a few days. But this Nibiru thing, a lot of people have asked me about it, and I said it's not a planet. It's like a huge asteroid. It's you know, if you call it a planet, it'd have to be what you would consider a dead planet. The reason why is because there is no life within it. Gaia, the Earth, has Gaia inside. She is planetary essence. Universal female essence is in planets. Universal male essence is in stars. Book 1. It's all in there. It's a short book, 134 pages. Please read it slow. I know I've said that a lot of times, and I know those of you that watch it all the time, watch my videos, you probably get tired of hearing it. I'm sorry, but there's just new people coming in. So many people read it 2-3 times, and then I have to go back again. Just please go slow. Being intelligent and processing data is great. I wish I could still do it decently. But when it's new stuff, when all of it's new, you can't just fly through it. It's not going to sink in. It'll be in the back of your head. So when you go through it again, you'll see it. But if you just keep on skimming it fast, you're not adding anything. The basic information is staying in the back of your head, but it's not going anywhere, okay? So just go slow with it, and it'll start absorbing. And you need that first book before you get the second book, if you want to understand what's going on in this book, okay? This one's 412 pages or something, I don't know. The actual numbers at the end's smaller than that, but they have all those Roman numeral pages, whatever. I'm an author, but I'm not a writer. There's a difference. Anyway, let's get back to Neberu, Planet X. First off, it's like I said, if you want to call that a planet, it's a dead planet, because it's never been the solid mass material of that body of stone has never been given planetary essence to go inside it. Never. Years and years and years ago, I'm not talking 20, 30, I'm talking a long time ago. There was a group of people that had started building facilities on there, and Nibiru, or Planet X, whatever you want to call it, its actual name is Neb'Hu, Nebhu. Okay, it was like Nebu. Neb'Hu. I said Neb'Hu because it might be easier for someone to imagine the spelling, but you know, hey, the spelling's on this video. It's like Neb'Hu. These pirates, space pirates, oftentimes, usually, mostly reptilian. There's been different ones that have been on it at different stages, because its orbit is elliptical. That goes in and out of ours. It goes around other stuff too, and because stuff going on, it has starships. They built facilities there to live on it, and then when they would get near a certain star system, it'd be easier to go in and literally pillage other planets in that system, in that area. And eventually, the Federation got tired of it, and they took care of that. Well, then these other beings came in there, and they're really strong. They're really cool. They're a type of Antid from that family, but they're not the actual Antids. Their name is like Serpacieant. Deanna had called me earlier this morning and talked about hearing voices in her head. I mean, hearing a voice in her head that said 2 syllables. And she said, but Jay, it wasn't male or female. It was like, and I said, like technology. And she goes, yeah. And I said, well, as soon as you said that it wasn't male or female, I went and looked, and I said, that family angel from our family, the source angel, I looked at the angels are called G. It's like she, but you take the S and put a Z in there. That's what they call a spirit that is both male and female. So anyway, I was talking with the angel. I said, I see you. I said, what? And I see you trying to give her some information. What is it? And it appears to be 2 syllables. And she said, yes. I was saying, get help. So Deanna, I told her, I said, well, there's one of our family angels around telling you it's time to get help, because you're going to need it. There's no way to tumblestone, make necklaces, handle the websites and everything else. There's no way to do that. All the emails. And I said, don't go looking for someone, a male or female, younger than you, will be brought in for you to work with. She'll be tumbling Essonite, star Essonite. She's going to take some of that Essonite, tumble it. And folks, that stuff is beautiful when it's done, because it's usually high quartz, not always, but very often. Okay, so then she said, when she said it sounded like technology, I looked and I said, damn. And there's a message that was directed into her ear, very soft. And it's like, need me. And I said, that's weird. I said, Deanna, I'm getting like, need me, but also, I was getting Neb'Hu in my head. Lily, I've always had problems with names, but part of Lily that was a little bit over aggressive came to me a few days ago, and literally started taking out part of my brain that she felt wasn't necessary, and I knew she was doing the wrong thing. It just so happened that Deanna was with me on the phone when it happened. So while I'm talking with this beautiful benevolent being, it was a female being. The name of them, it's like Serpacieant or something. Let me see. I had to write it down. Serpacieant, Serpacieant, and they're like Antids. They're smaller in size, and their actual name, you can't say it. You can't. It's like clicks and stuff. You can't say it. But she gave us a name for us to use, and that is what they will use when they come here. Okay, they'll have another formal name, and they'll have this for people who want to talk to them. They're a smaller, younger dimension type of Antid. They hang around space, enjoy the heck out of it. They don't have the kind of problems that we have with breathing. It's not that they can breathe without air; nothing can. But they hold it, control it. There's something about it where, it's like they can be they can go out in space of a vacuum and be okay and come back in as long as they're not stuck out there a long time. They're neat people. Anyway, so when I saw that, and I said, "What's the name of the?" When I saw her, and then I said, "What's the name of your race?" And she just looked at me, and I'm like, "Okay, it's like we need a name." I saw, her name is like it's like this. I'm like, "Great." So I just went to the planet and I looked at them. And immediately when I went to look at them, everyone there, they have so much heart energy. My eyes started watering up right away. It was such powerful love coming from these people. Folks, you have all kinds of stuff circulating. Oh, the planet's going to crash us. There's evil beings. Woo. No. They have incredible medical aids for us. They have a sphere that you put your hands on. Energy comes out. It helps heal you. It can help nourish. When you have parts of you that are broken, it'll help them heal quicker. Okay, Deanna will tell you more about that later. I gotta go. I'll be gone. But she's gonna deal with them. Berju, Paul, and Deanna. There's many more. I'm just talking about 3 of them right now. Okay, that's all I can handle in my head right now. Paul is going to be dealing with a lot of reptilian folk. Okay. Berju is going to be dealing a lot with the Illyrians and Serpoians, and Deanna is going to be working with these other folks and more. Everyone's going to be working with stuff in particular, but yet they'll be dealing with everybody and anybody. And there's a lot of other folk. Like I said, there's too many to list, and that'll come into play later. These folks are ingenious with what they can do, extrapolating the right nutrients and things from herbs, even minerals from stone and stuff, to help the bodies. So what happened is when this confederation, whatever, this confederate, I don't know what it is. Who cares? It's being changed anyway, replaced, whatever. The good parts of that thing are going to leave to join something else. It's just new rules, which everyone's ready for anyway. Anyone with any heart, there's no abuse allowed in the like in the old stuff, and the old federation. Anyway. So after this federation came in and knocked everything off the planet, these pirates and stuff, because the orbit's elliptical, they just wait till they get near a solar system, go out and raid it, and then go back to the planet. And over time, they'd be moving through different solar systems. Plus, they had their own starships, but it was like a mobile base that over time took them where they need to go. Sometimes one race will go in there, and then pirates, and then there'd be another group of pirates come in, kick the other ones out, or they leave ahead of time, work things out, whatever. But the Federation got in there with some power and knocked it out, and then these other wonderful folks, the Serpacieant, they came in and they stayed there. It's not the whole race; it's just a group of them. They're scientists, herbologists. But she was telepathically, she was telling Deanna that, you need me, meaning we have something for you. They're not arrogant at all. They're so loving. To hit the whole, planet, asteroid, I don't know what to call it, huge rock that they're on, it's like a small planet. It's just no life in it. Life on it, yes. Life in it, no. Man, that was strong. Strong love. So here's another thing going on where you have love and help getting rid of diseases and everything. They're going to cure every single damn disease on this planet. Every single one. Plus the ones that the Anunnaki, the problematic ones here, the ones they're waiting to release. And by the way, what the hell's going on with the chemtrails, huh? Gee, that couldn't have anything to do with it. Nanites that are used to make you sick and cause problems, they have cures for that. They literally have equipment that'll kill them. Some of that stuff is dormant in the air right now. Isn't that a nice thought? Thank you, governments. The Anunnaki did it. It was originally done by the original male and female running people's lives. But then the Anunnaki, you know, the problematic Anunnaki here, not the actual body of Anunnaki, but the problematic ones here. By the way, the problematic ones here, like I've told you before, there's a lot of them that are really, really cool. And all the poor prisoners, all that stuff's about to be dealt with, you'll see it. But back to this Neb'Hu. Neb'Hu, it's a spacing and a vocal point. It's like N-E-B apostrophe H-U, Neb'Hu. Which makes sense. That's where Nibiru came from. A lot of people were being given a name, and Nibiru is really close to that. So anyway, they're coming to help. The planet doesn't. The planet is a dead planet, but the people on it are not. They're very loving and compassion. It's like a huge moon. So they have laboratories, all kinds of incredible stuff. They're herbologists, botanists. Folks, I told you we have such a wonderful family out there. I wasn't lying to you. I don't lie. I can screw up like anyone else. Everything, in and out of the body, everything makes mistakes. Don't worry about it. Keep going. It's like a carpenter that missed a nail. That's it. I'm changing my job. I'm going to be a baker. You know, hello. You just keep going. And you keep improving. And you keep getting to a better place where you're better at what you're doing. So, that's what's going on with Neb'Hu. These folks are Antids. They walk on 4 legs and then they have 2 arms. And they look a lot like Antids. They're just not as tall, not as big. Very smart. The love that they have, man, that blew me away. That hit me so hard. I had to stop talking. My heart was, my voice, everything was starting to, juggle like that. They were just sending their love. I went to feel all of them at one time, and there's a lot of love. So when you think of Neb'Hu, maybe you ought to think of a big heart coming at you, not something that's destructive. See, it's been used to make you fear it, destruction, instead of realizing what it really is. Everything's so backwards. And no one's a dummy for not knowing something. Are you kidding me? We keep learning more every day. That's the idea. There's nothing wrong with there's ignorance itself. Being ignorant of something, meaning not knowing something, is totally innocent. How can it not be? But when people become aware of something and they refuse to do what works, what's better, what doesn't hurt other people, then they're stupid. Or either way, they need to be dealt with. Anyway, that's a blessing, folks. That's a blessing. No, it's not going to hit the earth. These people are mobile. They're going to be helping. They're wonderful, wonderful people. Hopefully it won't take too long before everybody consider beings from other planets people. Plants are people. Animals are people. Incredibly intelligent, too. That's really pissed off a few people I've talked to about it. Animals are dumb. We're supposed to kill them and do what we want with them. Okay. Anyway, folks. Don't be concerned about Neb'Hu. These Serpacieant people are incredible loving people. Get ready to meet your family. Only some of them look like us, but not all of them. I think it's good. They should be who they are. We're a big family. The more you understand the basics, like what comes in the books, the spirit, the energy in it, and then you understand that the bodies are different because each planet has different material and circumstances. There's a lot of places on planets where you have insectoid races. The air is so hostile, there's no way a humanoid type body could live in it. And that's why that type of being was made for the human essence, human souls, fey essence and souls, Feynman essence and souls, to have lives in those bodies. Folks, a hell of a lot of y'all, most of y'all, have been antid, mantid, all kinds of different beings. We're family, folks. Sooner or later it sinks in, but first you have to understand where everything came from, how it started, blah. Your origin. That's book number 1. Book number 2 is how everything started moving in and out, and some of the stuff going on, the history of the earth. We're in the 6th age right now, which is the age of intuition, number 6. And then and then there's to understand how the bodies are made from the planet and how they were, like the half and half beings in about 11.5 million years ago, a little less than 11.5 million years ago, here on this planet. Then when you start to understand the spirit first, which is who you really are, sentient energy, spirit, and then the bodies that you've gone in, and what it's like to have a life and everything, and then you see the different planets, different bodies. Folks, it's just like this. It just flows nice and easy. It's like wind filling up the sails of a sailboat, and then it's data. The sails catch it, it becomes wisdom, and it takes you forward. Why do I make things simple? Because they are. Why make them difficult? For someone wants to do that to sound intelligent and make it harder for someone to understand it, maybe? I don't know. What do you think? Maybe you'll think about that each time you look at something, and that'll be in the back of your head, like, this person's doing all this, saying all that, and I just can't feel and see what he's talking about, Well, anyway, folks, that's Neb'Hu and the Serpacieant. Incredible beings, a big rock, and a whole lot of medical help. They're bringing medicine. They're going to cure every single damn disease, even the nanite issues on this planet. So, personally, when I look at that planet, I see what's on it and everything. I realize not many people can do that, but still doesn't matter. Reach out there with your heart. All of y'all that are awake and care about waking up, if you relax and reach out with your heart, you're going to feel their love. It's probably going to make you tear. If you reach them, if you reach that planet and your eyes start tearing up, you just touch them. You just touch their energy with your heart. Remember, they're coming this way too. Okay? Y'all have incredible abilities you haven't even touched yet. The Earth and DNA is very special in regards to that. We have incredible abilities waiting to come alive, to wake up. Difference between awakening and awareness? Not much. as you become aware of the fact, as when you become aware of the fact that you have abilities, and you start to relax and think about them, that actually starts bringing them to the surface, which is called awakening. It's like slowly get at your abilities are slowly getting out of bed. Okay, they're starting to wake up, and then the more they wake up, the more you're aware of what's around you, and that's awareness. So you become aware of what you are, then awake, aware, awake, and it's a cycle, just keeps going. So anyway, that's your Planet X, Nibiru, all that stuff, folks. It's Neb'Hu, and the beings that are in facilities over there, whatever planet they're from. Cool. They'll tell you later. Deanna will do that for you. But we just, the three of us working with this, Deanna and I, and this beautiful lady, Serpacieant. She was giving us the information. Took a while to get it, but anyway, that's who they are. Very benevolent, very loving. Wow, crazy. Wow, that's funny. There's a movie series, TV, Falling Skies. I was going to say Falling Stars, Falling Skies. And at near the end of the movie, near the end of the series, he's going with his half daughter or something to take out a moon or something. I mean, a weapon on the moon, force field generator or something. And then something happens, and all of a sudden, he wakes up in bed, and he's talking with this other person. It's like his ex-wife. I mean, his wife that's dead or something. They show a being. It's female. It's female being. She's kind of Antid, and has 4 legs and 2 arms. Folks, that's really close to what they look like. Very close. So those of you that care to, you can look at that. It's like the last. It's either like the last, second to last, or something. It's near the end of the series. I think there was 4 chapters, 4. The yearly thing. I'm having a hard time. Volume 1, but one series 1 year, and then the next year comes out with the next series or whatever. Different word. It's hard to do this right now. Anyway, that's that. Don't fear it. Don't let, take the time to relax and go there. Reach out with your heart. If you relax, just flow down into yourself. Just relax. I've talked about it a few times, quite a few. Be calm. Think of your conscious mind like a bunch of gears in the top of your head. Pull the pins out and let those gears, they're still moving. That's your conscious mind. Just good. It needs to keep going. You got to breathe and everything else, autonomic system and everything. You just let it just flow ahead. So it's fine. Everything's good. You can relax. Your brain's still doing what it needs to, but you isolate it. So you have it away from you. And then just relax. Normal, full breaths. And you think of Neb'Hu as solid mass, like a big moon, but yet there's people living in facilities built underground. And just go in there with your heart and just reach out and just feel them. Just go to see them with your head and your heart. Just extend yourself out to feel them. And if you have heart energy and you reach out and you make contact, you will feel it. Some of you will literally break up crying. Okay? I held on to it as long as I could, and I had to let go. Otherwise, my eyes would have been pouring. There's a lot of them there. They all have a lot of love. So, it's not crashing into the earth. It'll be going by it, and it won't even come close, really. But we're going to get a lot of help from them. Things are happening in a certain sequence. It's going to, folks, good things are going to happen. Just keep your mind and your heart open, and don't listen to all the crap you hear. Everyone wants to talk about the end of the world and all this other crazy stuff. And be careful what you hit on the internet. Love y'all, man. Have a good one.